Good day, ladies and gentlemen, I am Kerensky and this is the review of Photon Cube, a puzzle game for the Switch currently available on the Japanese eShop only. Photon Cube is a small game, and with its puzzles having a limited number of solutions, I'll keep the review as short as possible to avoid spoilers. The goal of Photon Cube is to create a continuous stream of light from its source to the target of the same color. Puzzles are divided into groups of 6 stages each, represented by 8 planets. To access a new planet, players must clear at least 3 missions of the highest ranking planet and then pass a license exam, that usually works as an introductory stage for one new mechanic. On a planet, the first 2 missions are normally focused on the new mechanic alone, with the remaining missions mixing new and old things together. All missions have 3 secondary objectives, the first always being to solve the puzzle within a number of actions. There is no time limit, not even within secondary objectives. An action is either picking up, dropping, or pushing a block. Movement isn't, as isn't rotating an object, although it's required to pick up something to do so. Stream of lights can't be crossed, and coming in contact with one will result in a game over. Photon Cube allows to rewind and fast-forward a finite number of actions, although the number of steps taken will remain the same. The most basic pieces in Photon Cube are reflective boxes that create a 90 degrees angle. Prisms that split light streams in 3 are next, and the game also introduces the concept of mixing streams to create colors other than the basic red, green and blue around the same time. Lastly, colored boxes are thrown into the mix. There are pass-through boxes that only change the color without affecting its direction, and reflective boxes that only influence lights of different colors. Puzzles start out easy, but even at the second planet things can get pretty complicated, and the last 2 planets, unlocked by obtaining license S and SS, will need some serious thinking, as they not only require manipulating colors, but also to split streams and take advantage of the direction of light streams, that can push single blocks if they aren't facing any reflective surface. Later puzzles will take considerable time to be solved, and not all blocks are required to bend light streams, although they might be needed as stepping stones to vault over streams or block them while working on other parts of the stage. Photon Cube isn't exactly a puzzler you can pick up and play for a short period of time, as it requires a long attention span to solve its puzzles, although I did find beneficial to let a puzzle rest for a few hours between attempts. If given enough time, Photon Cube will keep players interested, although not as much as other pick-up-and-play puzzlers like Tetris, which are of a different nature though. Photon Cube's presentation is okay. It does what it needs to without risking too much, or anything at all in fact. Terrain tiles are always the same no matter the planet, the only differences being backgrounds and music. The game is also available on the Vita, and I guess that was Photon Cube's original format, as on a docked Switch outputting at 1080 sprites do show some pixelization. One thing I must note is that the game's code isn't perfect. At times planets won't show the clear sign even when all secondary objectives in an area have been completed. The recap screen after beating a level will always show all secondary objectives as done, and once the game froze upon completing a planet, though it thankfully saved. Everything else works as intended. So here you have it, Photon Cube, a small but rather engaging puzzler available for the Switch and PlayStation Vita. Nothing groundbreaking, but enjoyable nonetheless. I hope you have enjoyed this review and you'll stick around for more. Kerensky, over and out.